Yes, a very good afternoon to you tuned into UBC TV. We thank you so much for following and welcome to October 2024. My name is Michael Jordan Lukomo. Office of the Prime Minister has donated 520 iron sheets to Lira City churches and schools. The iron sheets were part of the request placed to the office by churches and schools that were affected by different natural disasters and problems.
2 Pentecostal churches and a primary school today received support from the office of the Prime Minister. The iron sheets are part of the request to the Prime Minister from churches and schools. 3 institutions were prioritized because of their urgent needs. The iron sheets were delivered by the Health Minister and also the Woman MP for Lira City, Dr. Jane Ruth Acheng.
For Lira Modern Primary School, 100 pieces for Yahweh and 300 pieces for PAG Worship Center. I want to deeply appreciate her for responding to our request and to our cries.
Bishop Joel Mukalo says the institution currently has over 500 churches struggling to erect permanent structures for worship.
Now, this is a very big relief to our people who have struggled many years to raise the wall. Took them so long, almost like 5-6 years like that. But now, all of a sudden, I would say, they're getting the 100 iron sheets at once.
Majority of churches face significant challenges due to poor infrastructure and growing population that requires more space for believers. Many of these churches also have limited access to basic amenities and proper roads. Health Minister Dr. Jane Ruth Acheng took a visit to some of these churches to expand and made significant contributions to improve worship.
Adung President Museveni wanakwaye akarmere en go wa wior ka wan ko boti mi koma otibiruri cha kene birote na moka para potum.
We will complete the existing structures and also bring in our plan. We have a plan for the church, for administration block, St. Augustine Shopping Mall, for Ojuina Primary School, and we have a plan for St. Augustine Hospital.
We also contributed 6 million Uganda shillings towards that cause.
Churches play a vital role in community development, serving as centers for social support and advocates for economic empowerment and social justice. Edi Olwa, UBC News.
Arua District Woman Member of Parliament Lillian Paparu has urged teachers to prepare for their retirement. Paparu raised the concern that many teachers risk lives in the villages because of lack of plans while they are still in active practice. As teachers celebrated their International Day over the weekend, they also presented different economic challenges they face by especially the arts teachers due to salary disparities where science teachers earn more.
I think when the teachers' policy comes to play, one of the things I want to see in that bill, the teachers' bill, is that their welfare, their payment should be regularized to the standard of living of now, so that they concentrate in teaching. We blame them, others are doing bada, others are doing this. Because more than what they have, 450,000 shillings, you must pay your child in school, you must feed, you must rent. It is not possible. So you find they work so much and they don't plan for their retirement. And this retirement is not far. Every year is going. We tell them it is actually tomorrow. You must prepare for it because we have seen many teachers, once they retire, they easily fall sick, they easily pass on, they easily die. So it is very important that the issue of retirement, they plan for it. We know teachers, many of them are now engulfed in loans. So once you are in this loan business to that extent, then you're not going to plan for your retirement. We are, because the teachers who are teaching in rural areas, you can rent land. There are schools in rural areas that have land.
Teachers do not have accommodation. Most of the teachers within here rent. And there are no staff houses within this. This is schools, both in primary and secondary. That's one challenge. When you look at nationally, the major key factor that is bringing this harmony is the money that they earn is not enough. Money that they earn is not enough.
Moving on, private school operators under their National Private Educational Institutions Association have been urged to emphasize reflecting on skills to enable them be self-driven and creative, and as well self-aid. The Managing Director, National Water and Sewage Corporation, Dr. Silva Mujisha, made the remarks as the association celebrated 30 years of existence in Bushenyi.
Over 200 private teachers in Bushenyi district gathered at Bushenyi main stadium to celebrate 30 years of the association in existence. They also held prayers for candidates preparing for their final national exams.
As they prepare to sit for their final exams, blessings will be upon them. The work their teachers have done in their lives, O Lord, will not be in vain.
If you're sitting at 6, 4, 5, 6, start with the cheapest number. If you go out of the exams, start with what requires you to be in the school. Not just because they have said you go to school. God said you go to school. Going to school is not the most important thing. But the reason why the most important thing and is the driving force to everything.
George Mtekanga, the Assistant Commissioner of Private Schools and Institutions at the Ministry of Education and Sports, commended the association for portraying the good image of togetherness and assured them of government's support.
Meant to capture all these concerns that are being felt by our partners. Now, how do we address them so that we plan for next year? So that come 2025, we have minimal, if not challenges. We must lay strategies, if not challenges. We must lay strategies on how do we address these concerns and how do we support them to go through. Because at the end of the day, as the MD has talked about, we need also to bring in the money. Economy.
Dr. Silva Mujisha, who was the chief guest, thanked the Ministry of Education and Sports for emphasizing vocational skills that has enabled students to have skills on hand.
That in order for you to produce a holistic child, a holistic student, you cannot just focus on knowledge. As you know, knowledge is this issue of teaching people concepts, formulas, principles, those things. After the universities, normally you know those things, so you have the knowledge. But it's also important for us to reflect on the skills.
Hasura Chirabira, the chairperson, National Private Educational Institutions Association in Uganda, cited the challenge.
We are affected. We are bloating. People are having constipation. We are affected. We are bloating. People are having constipation. We are having diabetes. People are having ulcers. Not knowing that what actually they are consuming is a cause.
UBC Lunchtime News, we thank you so much for watching. The Nebi community in Kampala has approved a 5-year strategic plan to promote
community put in place the memorandum that we had to start thinking of reviewing it. As we looked at developing a strategic plan, we needed the strategic plan speaking to the new internal governing document. And that's how we also embarked on reviewing it. And reviewing it has exposed a lot of weaknesses. When we started the process, we were targeting an amendment. But when we went way beyond 40% of all the provisions in the internal governing document, we felt that it ceased to be an amendment. So for now, we are going to go for a repeal. Because you always need a central location where you can have a base. We want to stop hiring premises, going to venues, then disperse. We want a home, so we want to put in place a cultural center. At least we have some land around, so we hope that we can put in place that cultural center, and a lot of activities will take place there.
I think that will help to really nurture these children so that they also know about the culture of the people, the various ethnic groups that are coming from the community.
Decentralization, most people are lost hope and we are no longer interested in following up activities to do with the community. So we had, in the revival process, we had to do a lot of sensitization to inform members of the public that the community indeed exists and would like to revive it to continue to answer to the needs.
Because of giving pain in the community.
Moving on, residents of Chimwanyi, that's in Kira Municipality, Wakiso District, during a whole-day health camp at Chimwanyi Umea Primary School. It provided affordable health care, allowing people to consult doctors and receive treatment over common infections, including malaria, dental issues, and other medical challenges.
The health camp was organized because some people cannot even afford to take their children to school. She highlighted that this often leads to preventable deaths from diseases that can easily be treated. She further noted that transportation challenges also prevent residents from seeking medical attention, worsening the situation. We have challenges of health centers being far from where they stay. Private clinics that we have within the communities are quite expensive. So those private clinics, expensive, patients cannot afford the medicine from those private clinics. Maya Shole, a member of Life with a Purpose Foundation, emphasized that common diseases like malaria, which affect many Ugandans, were a key reason behind the initiative to establish free health camps.
As Uganda Crane showed Congo, why number is called a Katino? Mayuwa wa mobili Gamuli Joe! Katika Uganda Crane 6 on South Sudan on the 11th of October. Bring more fire and support even had that number. Dial *165*20# or go to buy ticket on the Momo app to get your discounted ordinary ticket at 20k on Momo. And it comes with a free train ride to Nambole. Cash is 25k. Camp starts at 7 p.m. The first 2 Nel special beers go for 1k each when you buy with Momo at Camp Kenya.
Dream, play, win.
Participants must be 18 years or older by Tuba, Uganda, and regulated by the National Lotteries and Gaming Regulatory Board.
Fast and easy to prepare. Just 3 minutes and they're ready. You can have them anywhere.
Indomie Instant Noodles is available in 3 flavors of chicken, beef, and vegetable. Buy your Indomie Instant Noodles in supermarkets and dukas near you anywhere across Uganda. Indomie Instant Noodles, Uganda's best loved noodles.
4-acre model farms in the area. This launch will showcase the initiative's impact on local communities, highlighting tangible benefits and success stories of the strategy for households. Don't miss out on this extraordinary event that promises to reshape the future of food security and socio-economic well-being for the people of Greater Chibale districts in Bunyoro sub-region and neighboring areas. Join area leaders for this event aimed at lifting people out of poverty using their available small land. The mega event will be held at Chikwaya Playground in Kakumiro District, Greater Chibale on November 15th, 2024 at 10 a.m.
We thank you so much for watching and welcome back from the break. The NRM South Africa chapter of part of the national resistance movement that brings together their supporters across South Africa has marked a milestone in bridging the gap between the economic transformation of Uganda through its partnerships with various investors from South Africa. This has